Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash, Yahweh being the true, almighty, and powerful name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. And his only begotten Son's name is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Bahashem, meaning in the name, Racha, meaning spirit, Kodash is holy. All right, that's who we come in power in, of course. Us who are, of course, the prophets of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, all right, warning the flock, all right, which is the congregation of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the Israelites, all right, that the Bible speak of. Of course, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who were well, and peace and salutation to all the sincere Achim and Akwathium, all right, that are out there, of course, listening and learning. All right, but especially unto you men, who are out there, because you're the flock of the Lord's pasture. All right, it's to you the Lord is calling out to, primarily and such. All right, this truth is for you men out there. All right, of course, there's gonna be women that's gonna take heed, but this is really for the men, all right, But anyway, going on, of course, these salutations to all the sincere Akim, all right? Simple as that, all right? You sisters that do take heed and such, to you I say shalom. This is article which I, seen, and I want to do a wee video on, so I'm, of course, using, the time to do so. I'm the brother Mappa from Great Millstone. Plaintails can't locate here, and you say Babylon, which is America, all right. And here in America, we have immigrations, custom enforcement, all right, ICE, all right, and I believe they're set up by the government, which is you say the Department of Homeland Security, all right, where they crack down on immigration. All right, a lot of our people, they entered the country illegally. All right, even though this country was occupied, or was first of all, the original inhabitants of this country were you say the Gadites. All right, so-called North American Indians and such. All right, yeah, of course you got what's that, Reuben, so-called Seminole Indians and such, all right, and your Shashkar, so-called Mexicans and such. This country was taken from, all right, our people, all right, pretty much I'm talking about the you say the Northern Kingdom. All right, because our kingdom was split into two. All right, so you have, of course, the Southern Kingdom, which consists of the Judah, Benjamin, Levi. All right, which that is today called so-called Negro, so-called West Indians, and so-called Haitians. All right, and amongst you say our West Indians and such, so-called Jamaicans, because here in America doesn't they're not a colony of or really not a state or or territory, all right, of America. You have to apply for citizenship and such. A lot of Banyamyan, so-called West Indians and such, they of course come here though, and they'll start life here, whether they have paperwork or not, simple as that. And you have, of course, amongst the tribes, since of course we've been conquered and such, so-called white man set up all the rules, which the so-called white man is Esau Edom of the Bible. He's the devil, which devil means deceiver, all right, the Latin the diablos, all right. And he's Satan, Shaitan, in the Hebrew, which means, of course, enemy, adversary. All right, he's the enemy of the nation of Israel, which is the Israelites, which which consists of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, it's not them fake Jews that you have been told, that are occupying Israel currently today. Those Israelis, okay? The real Jew, all right, is the Negro. That's one tribe, all right. But in general, you pretty much, we are the chosen, all right. That's the truth. It's not even pretty much. We are the chosen people, the Lord's portion, all right. So this is the article. It says ICE uses Facebook data to find and track suspects' internal emails show. So it says this article, they got some correction, but that so-called, we don't know if the so-called white man, since he's a liar and such, he may put out too much, and he had to be corrected just so that to cover his arse. But anyway, it says Cambridge Analytica may have had access to personal information of tens of millions unwitting, all right, Americans. All right, so going to this term unwitting, it says are not aware, all right, of the full facts. Okay, that's the the nature of the so-called white man. Anyway, he's a devil. All right, he's a deceiver, a liar. All right, and he can't be trusted. That's the point of this lesson. All right, so it says, but a genuine debate, all right, has emerged about whether the company had the sophistication to put that data effectively to use on behalf of Donald Trump's presidential campaign, which, I know definitely Donald Trump, who is the king of Babylon right now, all right, of America. Okay, he went to get into office, all right, even though he all set up. Yeah, he primarily used to rile up other Edomites, all right, other devils, all right, to vote for him, because he's gonna bring immigration reform. He's going to build a wall, which is gonna keep Yashashkar, all right, which is so-called Mexicans, all right, which mean in Hebrew he is hired, all right, out of the country. All right, he gonna crack down on illegal immigration, illegal aliens and such, which is bullshit, because we're not foreign to this place. All right, he was already here as you fucking pilgrims. All right, you damn devils that came over here. All right, and took and lied and made treaties and such with the Native Americans, so-called. All right, Gadites, Reuben. All right, deceived us and such, all right, and which ultimately what has it gotten us? Destruction. Okay, so that's why this devil cannot be trusted. All right, this devil cannot be trusted, and you Israelites need to know this. Okay, the times that coming at hand is some rough times. All right, you have some times that's coming that it's going to be all hell's gonna break loose when this devil is gonna come down, when martial law is declared and such. So I'm just setting forth the warning, all right, which most of y'all ain't gonna hear anyway, cause y'all just in wickedness. So anyway, I'm gonna hit this real quick precept. This is Jeremiah 6:17. It says, also I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. All right, which is the trumpet you blow. For we have a watchman, like in the ancient world, he blows a trumpet, when the nation is being invaded. All right, before, when he's protecting the walls and all of that, the grooms and all of that, and he warns, okay, the people of the nation that's of course inside of the walls, of the coming danger. All right, so that's what we're doing. All right, it says, but they said we will not hearken or listen. Okay, and that's what our people say continually. All right, they don't want to listen. All right. Yeah, the Hebrew word for trumpet is shawapah. Shawapar. Shawapar. All right, Shawapar. All right, that's for trumpet. Okay. Kowal is for sound. All right, the sound. All right. And watchman is Tazapa. All right, just so that you know. All right, because we go into our Hebrew, which is our original language. All right, which is watchman. He looks out, or keep watch, observe, watch. They got also spy. All right, to watch closely. So that's what the prophets are set up to do. We're set up to, of course, to watch. All right, to look a bit, to observe. All right, so that All right. So anyway, going on further, it says ICE, the federal agency, acts with Trump's program of mass deportation. See, that's part of Trump's whole, his agenda. All right, mass deportation, which, they basically, when you get into it, they take you from this country and send you back to your native country. All right, deportation, the action of deporting a foreigner from a country. All right, which is, is insane. They say that you here illegally, but it says uses back end Facebook data. All right, let's get into that. So back end, so you can know. All right, you need to know these words. I need to know them words too, so I could better bring out this truth. All right, back end, the end of something that's furthest from the front. So like, information like that was all stored up on the databases and such. All right, all that stuff that you post up on internet. All right, it's being stored up on a database. All right, and it's going to be used against you by the devil, the so-called white man, Esau Edom. It says back in Facebook data to locate and track suspects. According to a string of emails, the documents obtained by The Intercept through a public record request. The hunt for one particular suspect provides a rare window into how ICE agents use social media and powerful data analytics tools to find targets. It says in February and March of 2017, several agents were in communication with the detective. All right. So you have the ICE, the Immigration Customer Enforcement. They're working with agents, right? Right, a detective, right? So you have ICE agents working with a detective from Las Cruces, New Mexico. It says to find information about a particular person. It says they were ultimately able. Now this is, I believe in this. They might say in this article a correction, but whatever. You need to take what you gotta take from this, because you can't trust these devils. I'm just gonna read the information. You take and do whatever with it. I'm just doing a warning. It says they ultimately were able to obtain a backend at Facebook data revealing a log when the account was accessed and the IP address corresponded to each login. All right, so they these devils is working. All right, to your demise. All right. Because I know a lot of you Israelites are so saltish, all right, so stupid, all right, and y'all put all y'all information up online, all right, and they got location data up there, and they track you, all right. It's all tracked, so it's not hard to find you, okay, at all, because it's all on there. It's all online. You already put it up. Let me see. This fucking blue letter is so stupid. I said I just wanted to write saltish, and it's just. Let's see if this gonna work. It ain't even probably gonna work because it's. Yeah, there it is. Jeremiah 4 and 24 says, "For my people is foolish; they have not known me. They are sought as children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge." All right, so our people is the Lord's people is the Israelites. All right. Deuteronomy 14. All right. All right. So saltish is sakal. All right, sakal. Right. When you go into it, is a fool. All right. And keep that word in mind about a fool. All right. Okay. Keep that word in mind. All right. So I'm gonna go back. All right. Now I'm gonna continue on, and it says yeah, it says they were ultimately able to obtain back-end Facebook data revealing a log of the account was accessed with the IP corresponding socket to each login. It says Lee was an agent with Homeland Security investigation, the investigative arm of ICE. All right, so ICE, a part of their them, is you got the Homeland Security, which I already gave that anyway information out. So because I freaking have had of course deal with you say these fucking well, I mean, if you're dealing with anything with immigration, you'll know about this with citizenship, acquiring that and such. I know that from dealing with, of course, Benjamites and such, Banyamyan and such within my family and such. All right, but anyway, it says and that's my family in the world. I only got the brotherhood now, but anyway, it says the investigation arm of ICE emailed the team Facebook business record and revealed a suspect's phone number and location of each login into his account during a data range. It says law enforcement agents routinely use bank, telephone, and internet records for investigations, but the extent to which ICE uses social media is not well known. And they gonna use the fullest extent. Okay, they gonna track everything and check and check what the hell you doing, where you at. All right, and use that just to set you up, just to get you. All right, just so that they can deport you, get you incarcerated, put you in their their detention centers and such. All right, just to get you to do voluntary what they call it, involuntary departure. All right, so yeah, that's basically the whole thing of this this lesson. They gonna say here about a Facebook spokesperson said that ICE does not have any unique access to data, right? But that's bullshit. All right, and it says Facebook does not provide ICE with any law or any other law enforcement agency with any special data access to assist with enforcement of immigration law. We have strict process in place to handle these government requests. All right, they just gave it out. They do it. All right, they do it. They so-called say it's strict, but we clearly know what it is. All right, so that's not to make this long. All right, I'm gonna get into these precepts and get the hell out of here. All right, the first precept is going to be Book of Ecclesiastes, our cuss like it 12 and it's around 10. It says never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. All right, and that's the so-called white man. Right, he's the enemy. All right, of you Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, plus our seed was scattered amongst the rest of the nation. So we got our people that look like heathen, but actually are Israelites. Their bloodline by their father go back to our people. All right. Though he humble himself and go about crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. All right. It says, and thou shalt be unto him as if he hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know, Slakia, that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away, because he's still the devil. He hasn't changed. All right. So you should know better. All right, because the scriptures give you warning. All right, and it's the things that are written aforetime are meant for our learning. Are written for our learning. Okay. Let me see. So I keep my eyes burning again. All right, let me get to another preset. I'm gonna just leave it basic, and then it's gonna be it. This is Psalms 22 and 16, and it reads, "For dogs," meaning the heathen, all right, "have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me." All right. It said, "They have pierced my hand and my feet." It says, "I may tell all my bones. They look and stare upon me. They part my garment among them and cast lots on my vesture." All right. Part my garments, just ripping them up and shit, tearing you apart. All right. Cast lots. All right. Bets and all of that. Gambling on you fucking Israelites. All right. It says, "But be not thou far from me, O Yahweh, O my strength has thee to help me." All right. And their strength is supposed to be from getting this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, which shall be the stability of the times. All right. And of course, your strength is salvation. Okay. Your strength is having this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. It says, "Deliver my soul from the sword," which is the so-called white man. All right. He's the sword. Genesis 27. He was set up to be the sword. All right. That's his blessing. It says, "My daring from my darling, Slakia, from the power of the dog." All right. These heathen. They're likening it to a dog. All right. So that's basically it on that. Okay. Remember it said about that fool to keep remember that word, keyword fool. So this is Proverbs 18 and 7. It says, "A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul." Okay. Because you telling everything. A lot of y'all lips is on Facebook and Instagram, on the social media, all over the platform of the internet and such. So, because of that, the so-called white man, the devil is using that just to trap y'all up. It's a snare. All right. Which, that is, what's that? What's that? Mawakwash. It's a sh at the end. All right. Or it says shy. It says sh. Mawakwash. Let's see. It says a bait, a lure, a snail. So lucky if I'm pronouncing this last character wrong. I know it's I believe it's a sh. Let's make sure. Let me see. Give me one moment. A bait. All right, that's just a trap, because they set up these little sites just to extract this information out of you, So Mawa Quash. Yeah, Mawa Quash. All right. Yeah, bait or snare. All right. A noose, a snare by which wild beasts and birds are caught. All right. So it's just a trap. All right. Simple as that. All right. Okay, that's basically the lesson. I was thinking to get more precepts, but I'm gonna leave it basic like that. All right, ICE uses Facebook data to find and track suspects, which are you Israelites. All right, that are apparently are illegal aliens, right? Don't have citizenship here and such, and plus, and just in general, they use it period for just to get investigations period. All right, just so that you niggas know. Because a lot of niggas be putting weed, fucking selling weed and putting that shit online and shit. And they track them using Instagram and set them up. All right, the devil uses all means to, trap up our people. Says, again, ICE uses Facebook data to find and track suspects. All right, Immigration Customs Enforcement uses Facebook data to find and track suspects. Internal emails show. All right, and that's basically it. And, I mean, they show in here, it more. I mean, I believe they have probably like a screenshot right here of an email. All right. So you could go and look at that. Do you have the IP address and info that you got back from Facebook? All right. And this is agent shit. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say, you better hearken. If not, you'll get trapped. All right, and you're gonna be regretting it. All right, with that, I'm going to say shalom.